All right, so you got me in the shot at least, right? Yeah. You can see my face. The other thing is the camera's upside down right now. Uh-oh, I lost my thing. December of 2023, so smaller chance of botulism out of that one. Oh, you're going to get Brussels sprouts tonight. I hate Brussels sprouts. So, okay, you blew it. You have to follow me, sweetie. All right, so this is our very first meal that we're ever going to make on TV, of course. And I'd like to welcome everybody. My name's Jasyti. Behind the camera is my lovely wife, who shall remain anonymous. And today we're going to be doing our low-carb, let me get the name here, low-carb, gluten-free pork tenderloin with spinach, garbanzo beans, mushrooms, and chicken broth. So this is a part of our weekly meal that we started about a week ago, and hopefully you'll have seen that video. If not, there'll be a link in the description here. So give you kind of a whole overview of what the program is that we're doing. But needless to say, what we're doing is a quick body transformation and basically a whole lifestyle change. Learning how to eat so that we can enjoy our food and it's healthy for us. So today's low-carb, gluten-free pork tenderloin with spinach, garbanzo beans, mushrooms, and chicken broth meal is a nutrient-packed dish that combines lean pork tenderloin, spinach, and mushrooms, all the essential... Hold on a second, guys. I suck at this. So today's meal is a low-carb, gluten-free pork tenderloin with spinach, garbanzo beans, mushrooms, and chicken broth. It is a nutrient-packed dish that combines lean pork tenderloin. This is my words, by the way, sort of. Pork tenderloin, spinach, and mushrooms, all rich in essential vitamins and minerals. Spinach provides an excellent source of vitamin A, K, and iron, while mushrooms deliver a significant amount of B vitamins and D vitamin. The added garbanzo beans, coconut milk, and chicken broth contribute additional protein, fiber, and healthy fats without raising carb levels too high. The use of flaxseed helps improve the omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, balancing inflammation, which was going to boost your heart and brain health. So we are actually suffering from quite a bit of inflammation. I am pre-diabetic now, actually having cured myself of diabetes. I used to be diabetic. Now I am clinically considered pre-diabetic. No medications. So this meal is designed to keep that going. And it takes about 30 minutes to cook with 10 minutes of preparation. So that gives us 40 minutes plus the intro for this video. So hopefully you can hang with us to the end. And it's a perfect, quick, nutritious lunch or dinner that supports muscle recovery and joint health, as well as your overall well-being. Take a look at our ingredients there. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be using some leftover pork tenderloin, which I'll pull out of the fridge here in a minute, from last night. Coconut milk, unsweetened, a half a cup, 120 milliliters. Garbanzo beans, 1/4 cup or 40 grams drained. HEB diced chilies, 2 tablespoons, 30 grams. Libby's sliced carrots, a half of a cup, 60 grams. Spinach cooked, a half a cup, 90 grams. Mushroom sliced, 110 grams. This is going to help us increase our B2 and B7. Chicken broth, low sodium, 1/4 cup, 60 mils. Flax seeds, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams. Olive oil, 1 tablespoon for sauteing. Garlic powder, half a tablespoon. Cumin, 1/2 tablespoon. Salt and pepper to taste. So we're also going to add some lemon juice in there at the end just to give it a little bit of a kick. A lot of canned foods here you see today. Normally what we do is cook fresh, but of course what we're trying to do is clean out the pantry. So we've gone into our pantry as far back, I believe, as the Best Buy 2023, Best Buy 2022, Best Buy, oh, that one's okay, 2026. And then we incorporated into our meal today in our planner. We got about a half a box here left. So we added this to our meal, and that is going to allow us to keep, basically, since we've started this, we have zero waste. So we used to throw away tons and tons of food every week because we would buy it, bring it home, and then not use it. So with the meal planner, which I explained in the original video, you will be able to basically cut your waste down to zero. So although it sounds like this is going to be a more expensive way to eat, in actuality, we've saved quite a bit of money by cutting our waste down. And I'm off all medications, and I don't have to take as many supplements. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to saute the mushrooms and spinach. So because we're on a meal plan that is we have to be very careful about how much we eat and exactly what quantities. I weigh everything out. Now, I don't recommend you have to weigh everything out because, you know, you're just trying to eat a little bit healthier and stuff. But this is kind of a scientific experiment for us. So everything will be weighed out to the gram, and then our portions will also be weighed out to the gram. Now, hopefully, a few months down the road here, we won't have to be weighing everything out because I'm going to have it all figured out by eye, and I'll be able to just take that amount and know how much is going in there. So you can either, you know, get yourself a kitchen scale and weigh everything down to the gram like I'm going to do here, or just, you know, eyeball it and use your cups and use your regular other types of measuring tools. All right. So we're right there at 110 grams. And then we are going to saute our mushrooms until soft. So now, normally I'm the kind of guy that just cranks the heat all the way up to high till the pan's smoking hot, then I throw all my ingredients in. But I found that doesn't really work too well because you tend to overcook things and undercook other things and stuff. So what I'll do is I'm going to keep that down around 7 to get started, and I might adjust it a little bit as we get going. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our olive oil in. We want 1 tablespoon. Now you can either dump it into your tablespoon or you can use your count method. 1001, 1002, that's about a tablespoon. So I could have just dumped that straight into the pan without using the tablespoon. We're going to wait for that to get hot, and we're going to wait for it to actually start to smoke just a little bit before we put our onions in. I'm going to use this handy dandy little non-contact blue point thermometer here to see at what temperature the oil actually starts to smoke. So we're starting to see a little bit of action. Maybe I'll have to Google how hot. Hey, chat, in the chat, tell me how hot I should be cooking these. What temperature in Fahrenheit for those of you in Europe who are, now that I have 10 million subscribers. By the way, go ahead and like and subscribe because I need at least one. All right, 367. Oil is still not smoking. So I'm guessing right around 400 is where we want to go. I'm going now. Leroy Jenkins! Yeah, so actually, you know, that's not a lot of mushrooms. I would have, when I saw that on paper, I thought that was going to be a ton of mushrooms. But really, for 2 people, that's not bad at all. That's not too much. I think we can handle it. All right, so while that's cooking, follow me, chat. We're going to come over here and we're going to get our spinach ready. We have 90 grams of spinach, which is roughly a half a cup. So 1 handful is 50. 2 handfuls is 90. Right? So 2 big handfuls. 90 grams, maybe a little bit too much. Who cares? You can't get too much spinach, right? Yes, honey, I know I dropped a spinach leaf on the floor. We're not supposed to tell America about that, though. So we got 97 grams of spinach. I think the spinach police will let us get away with that. Now, I kind of feel like we're doing a good job on these mushrooms. One thing that I always used to do that Gordon Ramsay taught me not to do is don't play with your food. Let it cook, right? So once or twice, flip it, shift it, let it get some heat on the other side. But we're not going to sit here and push our food around the plate because then we don't give it an opportunity to actually cook through, right? So just give it a little shake, give it a little flip, throw it back down on the Barbie. All right, now we're going to put our spinach in there. Oh, I've lost it. Where is our cap? What's it doing in there? That's too big. Now, One trick we could use to get this to wilt down a little bit faster, just a touch of water and get it steaming a little bit better. Follow me, chat. All right, so let's prepare and get ready. Now, one thing you want to know when you're doing any kind of cooking is you always want to think about timing, and you want to be ready so that you don't things don't burn on the thing. So at this point, the next thing we're going to do is add the carrots and garbanzo beans, right? So we need to go ahead and prep out the carrots and garbanzo beans. Our portions for carrots and garbanzo beans. Ta-da! Magic. Everything's already open and ready for you. Uh-oh, I lost my thing. Let's see how close to 40 grams that is. That's like 95 grams. There's a half a cup. So, see how measuring with weight, you really want to do that weight thing because the weight is really more accurate to how much nutrition you're getting. So we got a half a cup of garbanzo beans. It's not that much, really, if you notice. And then we're going to do HEB sliced 2 tablespoons, 30 grams. Uh-oh, I forgot to, what was it? 40 plus 30 is, okay, that's much more than we need. That was a little too much, but you can't have too many carrots, I guess. 60 grams of carrots. So, hey, fun fact. One chunk of carrot weighs 3 grams. All right, 60 grams of carrots. Our spinach, mushrooms, chicken broth, flaxseed. Okay, so that's all in there. All right, so sliced carrots, garlic powder, cumin, salt, and pepper. All right, garlic salt. That's onion powder. I spent an hour and a half putting everything right here where I'd be able to find it, and now I don't see it in front of me. Where did our garlic salt, granulated garlic, go? Oh, there it is, hiding behind the pineapple. All right, so we want how much? Now we are using granulated garlic instead of garlic powder because that's all we have. So it says a half a teaspoon. Where did my little chickadee go? Half a teaspoon. All right. And then we want cumin, a half a teaspoon. We're using Great Value from HEB or Walmart, I don't remember. The other thing I don't recommend is if you're not familiar with these spices, don't deviate from the recipe until you've tried it one time at least. All right, next thing is salt and pepper. So I think we're going to go with about a half a teaspoon of salt. And a half a teaspoon of pepper. Now, if you pay attention as you're weighing this out, you can then sprinkle it in if you're paying attention to the weight. Okay, so we have combined sliced carrots, garbanzo beans, garlic powder, cumin, salt, and pepper. All right. All right, so we're going to come over here. We're going to add all that in. Stir it up. I think we've moved past the point of stirring, and now I'm just playing with it. All right, we're going to let that go for 3 minutes. 45, 48. All right, well, at 3 minutes, that means we have 3 minutes to get to the next level. And then we're going to incorporate our coconut milk and chicken broth. All right, so our coconut milk we need... Oh, by the way, on your coconut milk, when you open it up, don't freak out if it's looking weird. Just give it a stir and bring all the contents up from the bottom. For coconut milk, a half a cup, which is 120 milliliters, which basically I have found, works out to 120 grams-ish. And that's where we're going to go with that. My future recipes, I will make sure to have the actual weight of that. So we got 130 grams there. Mama says I won't like coconut milk. Yeah, she's right. All right. That's not too bad. And then the chicken broth is 60 milliliters. So we're going to go, all right at 60 milliliters there. And then next thing we're going to do is we'll wait for our 3 minutes. We still have 1 more minute to go. And get that in. When does the sardines go in? I think the sardines should be in there now. Oh, it looks like it did not put the sardines into our meal. All right, well, winging it. Coconut milk and sardines, 2 things that you would not have caught me eating last month. These sardines actually are the ones packed in Louisiana hot sauce, once again because that's what we had, not necessarily because that's what I would put in here in the future. So, you know, the sardines are for added omega-3s to bring our omega-3 to omega-6 into line. And we're going to get all the rest of that spice that didn't come out when it was dry. All right, so now we've got 5 minutes to get to the next level, which is cut up the pork, let it simmer, get all those nice flavors going. Meanwhile, follow me, chat. We're going to get our pork out of the fridge and get that ready. And we're supposed to do 6 ounces unit milliliters. Oh, I can actually measure milliliters on this. What an idiot. So how much do we have here? 6 ounces. Perfect. All right, so we'll put the rest of that back in the fridge, and that'll be on our next meal. All right, the fun part. Chop, chop. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way, guys. You don't want to end up adding any bits to the meal that aren't in the recipe. All right, we have 2 more minutes to go. So I guess we'll sing a little song. Or not. Pork and flax seeds. So we want to get our flax seeds, which is going to be a tablespoon of flax seeds. So if you guys do make this meal, go ahead and give me some comments in the comments about whether or not you thought the sardines were like over the top, because I'm a little worried about the sardines. But everything else looks like it's going to work together really, really good. So we are putting in 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, basically. We will leave that right there. Matter of fact, let's see how much a tablespoon of flax seeds weighs. It weighs 9.3 grams, so 10 grams. We can say almost exactly 10 grams. So we have 1 more minute to let, or that would have been good. Flax seeds all over the whole floor. Woo, baby. Not what we're thinking we want to do. All right, so let's get that going. You want to get that all juiced up. Give that pork some new life. Get some good flavors into it. All right, I think we're going to turn this down a little bit. I think we're cooking a little faster than I want to cook. There we go. Get her down from a boil to a more of a simmer at this point. We're done cooking everything. All right, we're going to let that go for 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to add our flax seeds in now too. Now, I guess it says don't add the flax seeds in it too early, and I'm assuming that's because you don't want to overcook the flax seeds. You just want to incorporate them into the dish without actually probably turning them to mush, would be my guess. So don't just throw the flax seeds in there in the very beginning. All right, 53. So at 58, we're now 57. We will be done. With the magic of television, here we are 5 minutes later, and we're going to plate up approximately 380 grams each. I'm going to put a little bit more than that because the sardines were in there. So we'll go with 400 grams. We're going to shoot for 400 grams each. It's almost, can't get that much. I guess we're going to stop at 380. I think we've cooked off a little bit more of the juice than we wanted to. Oh, that bowl weighs 26 grams more than the other bowl. Okay, that's 217. So the difference there was 220 was 150, so 75 grams. We'll move over. And since Mama's a little bit smaller than me, we'll just give her 50 more grams. 285, 340, that's good. 300 grams each. Just a spritz of lemon on there. And you want lemon or no?
No thanks.
Just a little bit. All right. That's it for the meal. Let's go see what it tastes like, eh? Yeah, we don't have a huge table, so definitely, maybe we can talk Mama into doing some crafting videos for you guys too. All right, guys, we're gonna dive in here. We don't have a tripod to hold the camera, so you don't get to eat us watch this time. But maybe later, when we get more sophisticated, we'll let you come and play in our sandbox. We'll let you know. All right, guys, enjoy. What did you say, Mama?
It could be worse.
Nah, I mean before that, before we started filming.
Too much chili.
Too many chilies in there. All right, well, I like it actually. I just took a bite, and yes, you definitely taste the sardines, but they're not overpowering. Make sure you give it a go. One thing that we've learned is the more of this food you eat, the more your body will crave it and the better it will taste for you. So if it's a little too strong for you, or it's not quite the taste you're looking for because you're used to eating fried foods and that kind of stuff, don't go with something this aggressive in the beginning, but definitely don't shy away from making meals like this, because they are going to don't shy away from making meals like this, because they're gonna help you guys, and eventually you're actually gonna start to crave them. So bon appetit there, Mama.
Bon appetit.